What would you want to go ahead and say to friends now who somebody might be thinking that, I'll say it in Nepali, जाऊं कि ना जाऊं? Should I go or shouldn't I go? You know, for an audition maybe, or for an interview maybe, or it can be anything related to not just acting, anything, you know? Like, should I take the risk? Should I go ahead and take the leap of faith? You know?
I think you always should, because those days there were no auditions. Although it's a personal choice, so I can't interfere with that and say that it's your gut feel. I mean, if you feel you want to go for it, and there are doubts, I always think it's better to take a leap of faith.
Yeah.
What can happen? You go to an audition, they won't take you. But you get to
experience.
You get to experience it. You get to understand how you are in auditions is the worst process. I mean, you know, to all the young actors out there, all my years I've been in this industry, I promise you, I find the audition process so cumbersome and so difficult because it just is. It doesn't reflect at all of what you're capable of doing. I don't know what it is that they want in auditions, but they want them for like a look test. I mean, look tests are okay. Auditions are like rubbish. So to all those young actors, it's better to go and do it because you don't know what they're looking for. So it's also good exercise from your point of view to be able to prepare what you have to prepare and go out there. And it's better to, I always believe it's better to do it and fail rather than not do it at all. Because then you never know. And that I'm telling you from my experience. So if something interests me and I'm called for an audition and I agree to go for an audition in the first place, you have to know what you're going for. I mean, if you find that, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous, you don't want to do, that's your choice. You can tell the casting director that I'm not interested in the film.
Yeah.
But or the piece. But if you say that, yeah, I would like to test for this role, then go and do it.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
क्या होगा यार? End में कहेंगे नहीं, I'm not taking you for the role. End, sorry. Go to the next one.
Rejection is okay. Failure is fine.
Rejection is, well, I mean, it's not okay when you're rejected, obviously. I mean, you don't feel very good about it. It hurts, but that's part of the process. You got to deal with that hurt. You got to deal with the fact that you personally are not wanted. That's the difficult part about this profession, that when you're rejected, it's not that you are rejected personally.
Yeah.
कि यार नहीं, तुम जमे नहीं इसमें. So there's a lot of soul searching. And
constant rejection?
Yeah, there is a lot of rejection. It is not constant for me because I am still working. So there have been some pluses and there have been some acceptances. So, but rejection is never easy to deal with. Never easy to deal with.
To somebody who's just starting off, you know, I'm just touching base with my audience.
Somebody who's starting off, it's cruel. It's cruel because people who are starting out are so vulnerable. You have doubts about yourself. You have, you know, there's such a lot of areas when you're starting out that, you know, you need that boost of confidence. But what I say to, and that's I come back to my original thing, that if you don't have a passion and you don't feel in your heart that you love this job, then every single rejection will be like, you know, a nail in your coffin, which shouldn't be. I know it's easy to say it, but you have to take it in your stride if you want to be an actor. In today's day and age, there are a lot of auditions. And as much as you can, sometimes it's not you, it's certain roles that you may not fit into, which casting directors do. Because to all those young actors out there, I have to tell you, casting directors is another ball game altogether. The casting director's job is to give the director as many options as they can for that particular role. So actually, casting directors also have like a quota to fill in. कि एक को नहीं दिखा सकते, या 5 लोगों को दिखा दो. Sometimes they take people who they know themselves कि will never get it. लेकिन बुला लो, let's see, then there's also pricing. कि अच्छा इस budget में ये actor है, वो actor, then they fish. कि अच्छा नाम भी चाहिए, बड़ा नाम चाहिए, तो इसको बुला लो. They fish around. So there's a lot of that happening. They ask you your quotation and this and that and the other. It's just that you have on file कि यार मैंने 5 लोगों को बताया. Because they get paid to give options to the producer. So they will take the top option, they will take 5 or 6 names and say, okay, this guy, iska ye hai, ye details, and they send it up. So there is that system happening there also with casting directors who are trying to fulfill their contractual obligations so that the producer doesn't turn around and tell them कि यार तुम favoritism कर रहे हो. तुमने सही लोगों को भेजा नहीं हमारे पास. ये 2 लोगों के साथ, I want to see at least 10 people for this role. So sometimes it's a numbers game.
Yeah. Sometimes
To the young actors, I'm
to
saying.
to the young friends.
So that they feel that, look, it's not you, it's a numbers kind of thing.
Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.